Up to now we will see the concept of what is meant by Gaussian probability density function and what is meant by normal distribution, as well as the what is meant by mean for the normal distribution. And what we have get, mean mu is equal to, that will be the p. And now let's see the another concept, that will be the what will be the variance for the normal distribution. The variance can be represented as variance E, that will be represented as x minus mu whole square. So that will be equal to integration of minus infinite to infinite x minus mu whole square into f of x into dx. You already know the formula for the f of x. F of x be the f of x, that will be equal to 1 divided by sigma into root 2 pi integration of minus, there will be no integration, into e power minus of 1 by 2 x minus mu divided by sigma whole square. Right? Substitute this f of x in here. What will we get? That will be the integration of minus infinite to infinite, that will be the x minus and x minus mu whole square into f of x be the 1 divided by sigma into root 2 pi into e power minus 1 divided by 2 into x minus mu divided by sigma whole square into dx. And put the mu is equal to b. Put mu is equal to b. What will happen? In place of mu, put the b. That will be the integration of minus infinite to infinite x minus b whole square into 1 divided by sigma into root 2 pi into e power minus 1 by 2 into x minus b divided by sigma whole square into dx. Put the constant outside, that will be the 1 divided by sigma into root 2 pi integration of minus infinite to infinite x minus b whole square into e power minus 1 divided by 2 into x minus b divided by sigma whole square into dx. Let's take the x minus b divided by sigma as z. What will happen? Take z is equal to x minus b divided by sigma, and here z sigma, that will be equal to x minus b. And if you want to z sigma plus b, that will be equal to x, and differentiate it, what we will get? Dz into sigma, that will be equal to dx. Put z is equal to x minus b divided by sigma and x minus b plus, put the z sigma and dx plus sigma into dz. What you will get? That will be the 1 divided by sigma into root 2 pi integration of minus infinite to infinite z minus b plus z sigma whole square into e power minus z square divided by 2 into dx plus, just put the sigma into dz. So here put the constants outside, that will be the sigma by sigma into root 2 pi integration of minus infinite to infinite z square into sigma square into e power minus z square divided by 2 into dz. Here sigma will get cancelled to each other, that will be the 1 divided by root 2 sigma and integration of minus infinite to infinite z square into sigma square into e power minus z square divided by 2 into dz. Next, this will be the 1 divided by square root of 2 pi, and here put the sigma square outside. How much you will get? That will be the sigma square divided by root 2 pi into integration of minus infinite to infinite. That will be the z square into e power minus z square divided by 2 into dz. Right? One thing you have to observe, this will be the even function, right? How you can write the even function? That will be the integrand be even function. You already know the formula for the even function. How we can write the even function? That will be the integration of minus a to a f of a into dA. That can be, how you can write? That will be the 2 into integration of 0 to a f of a into dA. This was the formula for the integrand of even function. Substitute this formula here. How much you get? That will be the sigma square divided by root 2 pi integration of, and that will be the 2, right? 2 sigma square divided by 2 pi root 2 pi. That will be the 0 to infinite, and next z square into e power minus z square divided by 2 into dz. Next, how you can solve this? That will be the 2 sigma square, that will be the divided by root 2 pi. Put z square is equal to t. What will happen? Put z square divided by 2 is equal to t, and z square is equal to how much? That will become the 2t. And next, so z will become the root 2t. If you want to apply the differentiation, that will be the dz is equal to dt divided by root t. And what we have to put? Put z square divided by 2 is equal to t. And next, when you see the dz, you have to replace it with dt divided by root 2t. So how much you will get? That will be the integration of 0 to infinite z square means 2t whole square into e power, okay, z square, that will be 2t, okay, same, e power minus z square divided by 2 means minus t into dz means dt divided by root 2t, dt divided by root 2t. And here how much you will take? No, z square means directly 2t, right? And here do the calculation. This will be taken as an root 2 times, and here this will be useless, root 2 times, and this will be the, how much you will get? Sigma 2 into root 2 into sigma square divided by root pi into root 2 0 to infinite. That will be the t into e power minus t into how much this t will be goes? This will be goes to the root t times, right? Root t into e power minus t into dt. And this root 2 into root 2 whole square, root 2 into root 2, that will be equal to root 2 whole square, square root cancel, you will get the answer as 2, right? This will become the 2 into sigma square divided by root pi integration of 0 to infinite. So what will be the, how you can write, this will be the e power minus t into root t into dt, right? And this will be the 2 sigma square divided by root pi into 0 to infinite, and this will be the e power minus t, and root t means how you can write, that will be the t power 1 by 2, right? Root t, how you can write, power 1 by 2, then you will get the root t. So if I want to write if I want to get the t whole power 1 by 2 means, if I want to write t power 3 by 2 minus 1, 3 minus 2 divided by 2, you will get the 1 by 2 only into dt. Why I can write this as an 3 by 2 minus 1 means I have to chance of using the gamma function. What will be the gamma function in the calculus? So here you can observe the gamma function of 3 by 2. How you can write the gamma function, right? The gamma function be the 1 divided by 2 into gamma of 1 divided by 2. And how you can write, that will be the gamma of 1 divided by 2, that will be the root pi by 2, right? So that will be the 2 gamma square divided by root pi into, this will be the 1 divided by 2 into root pi divided by 2. So how much you will get? So this will be the 1 by 2 into gamma of 1 by 2, that will be equal to root pi by 2, right? Equal to root pi divided by 2, and substitute here directly root pi by 2. How much you will get? Root pi by 2 to root pi divided by 2. So here 2 cancel, root pi cancel, you will get the answer as sigma square. So here you can observe one thing, the variance, what will be, how much you will get the sigma square, that means mean is equal to, here variance, how much you will get, variance, that will be equal to sigma square. And you all, for here one thing you have to observe, here you are, if you know the what will be the gamma function for this, you will easily get the answer. Gamma of 3 by 2, that will be equal to 1 by 2 into gamma of 1 by 2, right? So if you want to write 1 by 2 into gamma of 1 by 2, how much you will get? You will get the root pi divided by 2. Directly substitute this root pi by 2 here, that will be the 2 sigma square divided by root pi into root pi by 2. How much you will get? That will be the sigma square. So variance is equal to sigma square. This will be the small derivation for the variance of normal distribution. In the next class we will try to see either some deviation of the normal distribution, that means how much deviation will be there in that bell curve, and we will easily approximate that value, and later we will see some problems on the Gaussian probability density as well as the normal distribution function. Okay, thank you.